non-negotiable.
You're here with Big Rob Fitness, motivation, inspiration, humanity.
Subscribe to Big Rob Fitness now.
And I just want to make this really quick video for Big Rob Fitness. I will flag all of your videos.
Big blob, big sack of shit. Woo!
You smoking too much goddamn weed and it's killing your fucking brain cells. You can't think straight, you stupid ass motherfucker.
You're here with Big Rob Fitness, motivation, inspiration, and there'll never be humanity and peace in this world. That's one thing I learned about the YouTube. Okay, now I'm gonna let you guys know exactly what happened.
Today on The Art of Trolling, we have an interesting story. The tale of a man and his mission to spread humanity all over the goddamn place.
I'm gonna finish what I started. Team Humanity is gonna grow and glow. I'm gonna finish what I started. I've been through a lot. I'm not going nowhere, only to the top.
The leader of Team Humanity. Some of you may know Big Rob. I brought him up a few times here and there. I've been watching him since the beginning. I remember because we actually started around the same time. Completely different content, same era. We also differ in one main area though. I'm here for the lulls and to introduce the masses to the ment, and Big Rob, on the other hand, shits humanity on everything he touches. He's like King Midas, except everything he touches doesn't turn to gold, it turns to piss. A big steaming puddle of it. You might be confused. I brought in some new viewers after the Patty Mayo video. Speaking of dumpster fires, that comment section is a sight to behold. One word. Glorious! You guys are doing a public service here, mentoring the youth. Anyway, what's all this piss and humanity talk about? Don't worry, by the end of this you'll understand. The Big RAAAB saga can be broken up into 3 arcs, each more glorious than the last. And there's a lot to be learned in the Department of Internet Culture. Not to mention the story has it all and is actually still ongoing. Internet beefs, doxing, delusions, pizza, and even the cyber police. Back to the Genova-verse we go.
High profiling, strofiling, limousine ride. Nature boy Ric Flair, woo!
So Big Rob started his YouTube career last year. If you ever delved into online fitness, you're eventually going to come across some of the more unique characters, the 1%ers. There's a hell of a lot of them. The one thing the majority of them have in common is they're mostly outspoken. They have no problem starting beef with each other and calling each other out.
And the sad thing about him is he knows he's a failure. He knows that he has failed in life. He knows he has no future. One day this is a guy that you're gonna see on the corner of the street begging for money.
So Big Rob made his channel, made a couple 5-minute videos rambling about humanity, and then found some drama and jumped right in. Big Rob seen the infamous fitness fight where Rich Piana smacked the force out of YouTube's Sith Lord. He thought it was the perfect chance to jump to Jason's aid and try to squeeze some relevancy early on, and that was his first mistake. He didn't do any research into the community he was trying to get involved in, especially Jason, because he's a unique specimen all in himself. I still get people who are unfamiliar with Jason and they think he's an elaborate troll, like he's actually faking everything. This isn't no M. Night Shyamalan film, people. Jason is 100% Jason.
Haters make you greater. Like I said, I don't give a fuck what people say about me. They're entitled to their fucking opinion, but they're pussies.
You gotta take it for what it is and embrace it. And his fan base is a creature in itself, loyal to no one but the collective, and it's growing and branching out. An example of this would be Jared YouTube 333. I just randomly stumbled upon this guy taking a shit on live stream.
Jersey Flash! Yeah.
Next time I check, he's marked by the piss. Oh, big Lenny reference, quality meme name, pause dislike squad, all signs of a certified piss trooper. Anyway, back to Rob. He jumped on his high horse about the whole incident between Rich and Jason. To be honest, I'm impartial about the whole event either way you look at it. Big Rob seen Jason and his 40,000 sub channel and the rest of the Delray Misfits in their online presence as a way to get fame and exposure, and start his process of building his own YouTube channel. See, Big Rob is in it for the exposure. I'm not sure what fuels this man's madness. Most likely his wife runs his life down to the second, and this is his first time ever having people listen to him. I'm not 100% sure though. It could just be that some boomers don't handle the internet well, and any attention becomes good attention. See, the big issues with Rob is that he wanted to leech off of Jason, but he had no idea the culture or mentality associated with the community. Rob also has serious issues with satire and sarcasm. He's like Drax, that shit just goes right over his head.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast.
Another one is Big Rob's channel is about fitness, but just looking at his videos you can tell it's more about drama than fitness. Which isn't a problem necessarily, but let's be real. No one watches these kind of videos for fitness information anyway. That'd be like asking Kenny KO how to shave your beard. Just no. See, Rob always had a few haters, but the thing that took it to the next level was when he started portraying himself as this great role model against all kinds of bullying. His main way of doing this was videotaping a young man with Down syndrome named King Robbie and blasting him all over his channel, just to make himself look good. This, in combination with him making first contact with Jason, ultimately led to the fires of adversity for Rob. So after a couple really weird fitness clips, some somewhat confusing skits, and a few more humanity PSAs, Big Rob did what no one should do. He tried to extort Jason, the Iron Extortionist. Well, kinda. He fed Jason some story about how he knew The Rock, and he was gonna manage him, and he was gonna build Jason's career, eventually getting Jason a collaboration with a movie star. Jason's one and only kryptonite. Well, that and Burger King. Either way, all Jason had to do was shut him out and send some fans over.
Just to let you know that Big Rob is going to be my new manager, overseeing and managing me. Big Rob Fitness. He's going to be my manager. I'm getting lawyers involved with all my contracts, all my paperwork, and going to be helping me with my clothing line, getting my clothing line. I'm here to inspire, motivate, and inspire people in the fitness and humanity in the fitness. And I'm giving Big Rob a shout out.
And if you don't understand why that's a bad idea, you need to check out my video I made on Jason and the Jehovah's Witness. Because when you inject yourself into a community known for trolling, and you have zero understanding of any aspects of internet culture, you're going to be in for a bumpy ride. The best part is as soon as they announced the great merger of fitness minds, tons of Jason's fans actually went over and subscribed to Rob. Not because they thought he was a good role model though, or entertaining, but because they knew he was getting way over his head and they just wanted a good car crash to watch. Look, they even warned him. So for about a week, the gruesome twosome started spreading humanity all over the place in their anti-bullying campaign. Their method of stopping the bullying is by Order 66ing anyone and everyone. Their first target, Cali Muscle.
Okay, let me get some protein down and go find the villain, the bad guy, Cali Muscle, who's been bullying Jason Genova. Shame on you, Cali Muscle. I'm gonna find him. Look at that. Look at that.
After a few Order 66s, they actually managed to get his attention and he responded. I'm not sure what Cali said because, well, I don't actually understand anything he says. Apparently Google can't really tell either.
That scum of the earth. That scum of the... These people ain't even qualified to speak fitness. Have you seen them? They not even qualified.
But regardless, it's a beautiful thing when boomers battle it out on social media. Anyway, the Delray Misfits, sensing that there's something wrong with the force, decided to pull Big Rob aside privately and kind of fill him in on Jason and what he's gotten himself into with all the Order 66ing and messing around with the trolls. To be honest, I actually just think they felt sorry for him. The Misfits, they watch over Jason. They're like his asshole older brother. One of the huge disconnects Rob has with his viewers is he thinks he's smarter than them. Rob was told numerous times that he's getting in over his head by the Misfits, by other YouTubers, mostly his viewers. Using Jason for exposure isn't the best route to take, especially when it seems like it's your first time on the internet. Big Rob did gain some subs, but they were there because they knew it was coming. It wasn't because they were motivated by his non-existent workout knowledge. Big Rob's workout videos are very strange. He just records himself lifting, explains nothing, then says the haters are motivators, but then he cuts off his ratings and plays the victim.
I started this. I'm gonna finish what I started. No one's gonna stop me. No one. No one.
I'm not going to sit here and bitch about his content quality because that's more dependent on your resources, but when you put in hundreds of hours into this and you're trying to build something, use a fucking computer, learn some shit, and take it seriously. Or if you're rich like Rob claims, just pay someone to help you. His vlogs are a whole different story. The unintentional comedy is really gold. So a good example of this would be a video he put out recently where he's seen a small fender bender at a Costco parking lot. Don't worry, no one was hurt. And what I'm talking about happens next. See, to the untrained eye, it just looks like a crying man in Costco.
He was cold, feeling down. really broke my heart. I wish I could do more for him.
But when you actually think about it, this is a conscious decision. He pulled out his camera and was like, this looks like a good place to start crying. Or even better, he was just running around the whole store crying till he found a place to put his camera. Either way, it's hilarious to me any way you look at it. Anyway, even with the collab with Jason, Rob wasn't getting the response he wanted from his viewers. And since he's been preaching about humanity from day one, the next logical step would be to just start beef with Jason himself, which led to the end of their relationship.
I'm sorry to say this, but I will not be associated or working with Jason Genova anymore. I'm very sorry. I didn't know what I got myself into.
And this is where it takes another turn for the worst for Rob. See, because he has no concept of internet culture, he often uploaded videos and used people's real names, like their full names. He advertised where he worked out. He had all his social media accounts public. He showed his wife in his videos. All things that are a strict no-no when your internet career is based on shit talking and starting drama. After the Order 66,
Order 66, Big Rob Fitness, Mr. Batman, Mr. Spider-Man, Mr. Flash, all the superheroes. Order 66, am I right? Peace out, bye.
the trolling started slow. Comments, fake accounts, couple videos. The worst was yet to come. Rob was not deterred. He continued his mission of humanity and took the fight to the tubes.
And the sad thing about him is he knows he's a failure. He knows that he has failed in life. He knows he has no future. One day this is a guy that you're gonna see on the corner of the street begging for money.
He made videos trying to start beef with Jason, Brad, Jay Masters, Big Lenny, Grizzly Jr., Mark Pocketliner, Vince Goodrum, Callie Muscle, PJ Braun, Johnny Bravo, and Lifetime Fitness and their manager. Rob has acquired an online internet record of 0-15-ish. I don't know, Rob loses every online altercation he engages in. That's why it's hard to feel bad for him. Not to mention, he was warned that this would happen if he took this route to YouTube stardom. Not every fitness clown can get by like Kenny KO, and even that didn't last forever.
Kenny, listen, I know you're going to watch this. The mustache is not working for you. You need to lose that. You need to lose that shit. Maybe get you a +5 hat of weaponsmithing instead. I think that would go over a lot better, a lot more stylish, and it actually gives stat bonuses.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. He makes it so easy. So Rob's propensity to engage in online altercations often bleeds into how he responds to the casual viewer and troll. Rob often responds and gets BTFO'd in his own comment section. He's gotten it so bad that some of his videos, he's locked the comment section right down. So like everything in life, the trolling escalated. Remember King Robbie? Well, I'm not sure if it was genuine concern about their relationship or the fact that Big Rob was just using Robbie to look good, but a few diligent e-citizens found the gym, called numerous times complaining about Rob bugging people and claiming he's a trainer. So the managers at the gym looked him up, and they'd seen all the shit in his comment sections and figured Rob's YouTube channel's probably not a great place for King Robbie to be. And that pretty much ended in King Robbie cameos. They also told Big Rob that he wasn't allowed to film in the gym either. Him, being the flagship of humanity, had a huge problem with this, seeing as it's a fitness channel. Unconfirmed. Just so you guys know, when I show a clip of Rob, I'm not clipping it to make him look bad. I'm clipping it because the guy fucking rambles on for minutes on end without getting to his point. I just had to throw that out there real quick because I know some people are going to be like, are you taking him out of context? No, this is 100% him. I'm just cutting out all the rambling. All of this ended with Big Rob and his family getting banned from the fitness center. And right after, he hits his YouTube channel. He gives a 13-minute pity speech about how the manager wanted to bang him and be in his videos.
And she tells me, we start talking, and I said, you know what, Sherry? I want to forget everything. We were friends in the past, and we could fix everything, and you know, there's no problems. Let me fix it. And I said, you know, they're a little upset, jealous, whatever you want to call it, that you know they're no longer on my YouTube, and that so to get back at me, they want to get Robbie off of it, and they knew how to do it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why you were kicked out. During the 13-minute pity speech, he also doxes the manager, links their personal Instagram in the comments, nothing short of humanity, along with the owner-operator also. Anyone keeping track, Rob has doxed 3 in real life people at this point. King Robbie, full name, high school, town, Sherry the general manager, Vince the owner-operator. And this was the first little bit of power Rob acquired from his YouTube videos. All those people ended up getting trolled on their personal media accounts. And this is the one act that changed Rob forever. See, regardless of how loyal your fan base is, we're still on the internet. And what Rob did would be like if I was pissed off at some in real life person I knew, and told you guys to go to their personal Facebook page and troll them. One of the chicks Rob had issues with was like 60. Hey guys, here's some old woman who pissed me off at the grocery store. Here's her number, go get her. Rob's not a teenager in college, he's a 40-something-year-old man. Like, how does he think this is gonna look to people on the outside? I bet your wife is real proud. No wonder she won't have anything to do with your channel anymore. His haters are just loving this, because they called this all months ago. Some of them even gave Rob advice on how to deal with the trolling, but he obviously chose.
You're here with Big Rob. Fitness, motivation, inspiration, and have some humanity.
Because that's worked so well before, right? I'm not sure where I've seen it before, but someone in the comments section nailed it perfectly. Those that swim in Lake Genova shall eternally reek of piss. And if you know anything about Jason lore, then you completely understand. Big Rob is tainted. His internet identity is tarnished, and it's starting to bleed into his personal life. Any normal person would just take a step back, take some time off, maybe start a new channel. Not Big Rob. He's got way too much humanity for that. See, Rob does this thing you see a lot of other small YouTube channels do. He tries to force association with larger channels. And what I mean by that is he'll keep talking about them, multiple videos dedicated to them. He'll throw their name in the title. He'll try to grandstand for them when it's not needed. And he does this so eventually they'll have to address it. And Rob did this with the Misfits and they actually felt kind of bad for him. Not because he was wronged in any way, but because a lot of people started to think Rob himself had some kind of disability. Another person he tried to do the same thing with was a YouTuber named John Bravo, the guy behind the whole Delray Misunderstood mini doc. Rob was introduced to him during the manager fiasco when he was coaching Jason. Well, Rob kept bugging John for an interview over Instagram, and John, being the scumbag, professional he is, gave Big Rob the interview of his life. 3 questions is all it took from Big Rob to go from humanity to straight insanity.
So the first question I want to ask him, and I think Adam McLeod, New Universal Order, wrote in the bottom, he goes, ask him how he knows The Rock. So I questioned on, does he really know The Rock? I wanted to know the answer, and everyone else wanted. So he danced around the question a bit. He tried to talk like a lawyer that doesn't know anything. And then I went to the next question. And I told him, what do you do for a living? Because everyone wants to know, what does this guy do? So he said he owns a janitor business, a truck, garbage disposal business, realtor company. He said all this crazy shit. So I'm like, whatever, he's bullshitting everybody. Anyway, the last question, he really didn't like. I said straight up to him, I go, listen, a lot of people want to know, do you have a disability? Because people think something's not right, something's off. So I'm asking you, were you ever diagnosed with a disability?
Big Rob did not take that interview well, and in turn, he went on another slandering doxing spree. But on John this time, dropping his real name, his parents' name, losing his mind all over YouTube and Instagram.
And let me tell you guys this, Johnny and everyone, if anyone comes near me or my family in any way, I will defend them. I will protect them.
See, John's a douche from time to time, but he knows how to work this situation. Don't let that sexy camera filter fool you. This guy's a high-level troll. So he just sits back and lets Big Rob make a total fool of himself online. Because at this point, it doesn't really matter what Big Rob does. Everyone just got the key to elicit a response out of him, and that's ultimately the only thing that matters. So people started passing around fake mugshots, started memeing Rob online. It was funny, and to be honest, I've actually seen a lot worse. Realistically, Jason gets it 100 times worse. Ask him how his date with Natalie Portman went.
Sorry fans, I've been trolled the last fucking couple days really fucking hard by people, unfortunately. Nothing's happening with the Natalie Portman situation. Been fucking trolled hard. Very fucking hard, man. Very fucking hard. Been extremely trolled. So I gotta fucking, I've been so fucking trolled, bro. I mean, I bought everything, fucking been trolled. I'm gonna fucking explain to my mom, I'm gonna call her up.
Yeah, all Rob had was some pizzas sent to his house and an empty box mailed to him. It might have well have been anthrax though, because Rob called the police, threatened to call the FBI, lied and said 2 men were arrested for cutting wires on his house, which turned out to be the lawn guy, and then gave some bullshit story about how John Bravo must have paid the Calderian Mafia to go over and vandalize his house and threaten his family. It was a fairly crazy time for I'm Mad. It gets even worse when John uploads a video consisting of a phone call between him and Rob that took place during the time, which showcases just how delusional Rob is about everything. I'll throw the link for the whole thing in the description below.
Okay, all you have to do is shut off everything and no one's gonna bother you anymore.
They're doing a lot more than that, John. They ordered $40 worth of pizza. I feel sorry for this. Not just for forget the business, but the people that come deliver and all. They're wasting their time. That's funny. Let them set pizzas.
Yeah, it's funny.
They go around cutting wires, okay? That's something. Just go on and talk. What's going on, Jen? So how's everything? I'm glad we got everything resolved. Oh yeah, I'm glad, Rob. That's cool. So good. Well, I wish you luck. Well, I wish you luck too, Rob. All right, thank you. Bye.
Listen,
you don't have to do it now.
I don't believe you that they cut any wires. You got to show me proof, and then I'll feel bad for you, and I'll do it. I didn't start any of this, dude. I asked you 3 questions. You didn't like them. End of story.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know that's the truth. That's the funniest part. You didn't like the questions, and that was it.
I guess the Calderian Mafia is like a subsection of the Piss Troopers and Bloat Crew. It's hard to tell anymore. Anyway, this resulted in even more memes being thrown into circulation.
Stop this shit. I have kids. John, stop it. My sister's a fucking attorney.
And what?
We know the fucking FBI. Stop it.
Seeing as Rob's tried to start drama with tons of YouTubers in the fitness community, a lot of people were watching this all unfold over the last few months. So Muscle Sports TV had him on for an interview in the whole situation, and the guy doing it went pretty easy on Big Rob, and we still never got any concrete answers on the whole rock thing.
I have a lot of good connections, and I do some things for a living that I can't discuss.
Mhm.
So you heard no police would come around your house, all day, all the time. Okay. How about this? I have a police 24-hour watch. Let him keep doing what he's doing. You're gonna be surprised. Let me ask you this: if a person could have police watching his house pretty much 24 hours, do you think that's a person that has no power?
So Rob eventually comes back to YouTube after like a week, starts playing the whole thing off like a joke, and him and John are just fucking with each other. We're all wrong for thinking it was actual beef. It was a total joke when Rob doxed John and his family. They're all moving past it. Big Rob even takes a break from uploading videos for a little while.
You've seen my cars. You've seen my, I'm married. I have kids. God has blessed me. God bless you guys. You guys have a great life. I hope you learned something from me. But I don't see any peace or humanity ever happening in this world. Okay? God bless you guys. Big Rob Fitness. I'm out of here.
It's kind of too late at this point though. Because of all the shit and drama Rob brings on himself, the majority of his subs and viewers are just trolling him now and trying to entice a response because they know Rob is going to respond. This whole time though, Rob is just playing the victim and slandering John behind the scenes, talking shit about his family, his sister. So John gave him the drama he wanted so bad and he responded. John made a short 3-minute video consisting of some of the funnier memes associated with Rob that were floating around.
What's up, Matt?
You see my wife? I know you're doing something.
Yeah, I am doing something. She's right here. You want to talk to her?
Fucking stop this shit. Stop it. You're gonna get yourself in shit. I have kids.
Baby, he told me to stop, not you.
And well, yeah, it hit its target.
I bet your parents are very, very disgusted with you, John. To make a story up like that of your sister coming over and you getting ready for her and all that, that's pretty sick. I mean,
so when you have a grown man going insane online because of memes, it's gonna come up in conversation with other members of the community. And a few times Big Rob has come up in during a Misfits podcast or in one of Jay's or Brad's Instagram videos, which they kind of just express their view on the situation because they're in the same community. Big Rob, fresh out of humanity, can smell the possible drama and slowly starts uploading again, constantly name dropping J Masters, the transport truck transient, or bedroom bully, whatever you choose to call him. So there were whispers that this all started off as fake beef between the two with light banter, but when it was found out that Big Rob was harassing Jason's mom, Goblin Gang Jane, on the phone, well, that resulted in J Masters Order 66ing Big Rob again.
Leaders of the Father, I summons the children of the beast. You don't harass people's family, even if it's fucking Jane, because she's fucking family. You guys, Order 66 Big Rob right now.
And a bunch of people started trolling him in his comment section, re-uploading videos of YouTube of him acting like an idiot. Two men approaching their 50s, battling it out on social media and YouTube like it's their graduation prom night. Nothing better. Anyway, Big Rob's slow progression to insanity gets kicked up a notch when he starts threatening to call the FBI on Jay Masters.
This 49-year-old bum loser lives in a truck, has no wife, has no kids, isn't responsible. The biggest joy of his life is drink and getting drunk. As you could see, he's getting drunk in the front seat on the job in his truck. That's against the law.
He threatened to get his truck driver's license taken away, which is Jay's livelihood. This is a good example of how your internet activity could affect you in real life. I'm not 100% sure if Rob actually called the cops on Jay, but I'm inclined to believe he did, because Jay ended up deleting all his Instagram videos and then ended up giving Rob an ultimate Order 66, where he asked all his viewers to basically, well, swat Rob.
So I'm calling for an all-out Order 66 on Big Rob. He's a threat to himself, he's a threat to other people. And alert the local authorities where Big Rob lives. Oakland County Sheriff, Novi Police Department, wherever. I don't give two fucks. That guy's not gonna fucking threaten my mother and have guns.
I completely disavow a swatting. I also understand I have no control over anything. With that said, he may or may not have released Rob's home address the very next day. Luckily, nothing happened. Unluckily, nothing was learned. Once things with Jay, the backseat bully, cooled down, Big Rob implemented his new plan. If you can't beat the trolls, you might as well become one. Well, or try to become one. You can probably tell where this is gonna go. See, something like this could have worked, but unfortunately RAAAB is about as transparent as a glass of water. After calling John out for an in real life fight that never actually happened,
No one's gonna disrespect my family. No one. I'm out here talking loud in the city. I'm out in the city and they could hear me. Look at this. Look. Here you go. You think I'm scared of any motherfucker that disrespects my family? You think I won't go to fucking New Jersey or Arizona, motherfucker? Fuck you, bitch ass motherfucker. You guys hear me out here? Here you go. These are fucking crack houses. That motherfucker better apologize.
Big Rob introduced us to his new team, Team Humanity. Or as others like to refer to it, Team Huge Manatee. Or Team Human Manatee, either works fine. I bet this background makes a little bit more sense now. Big Rob's first victim was John's Instagram account. Next was a young man named Lindsay that lived in the same area. Lindsay was just starting his own YouTube channel, and his dad was actually an NBA player for the Pistons. So Big Rob paid him $100 for a magnificent intro, just magnificent, and then introduced him as a new member of Team Humanity. And this one about as good as any other collab Rob's had. It didn't take long for Lindsay to bail on Humanity. After a quick little online dox of Lindsay's phone number, Big Rob also announced that if anyone had any problems like Lindsay's father, show up at the gym and confront him.
He's a liar. He's a liar. And by his dad saying he's coming up here to whatever and take care of me or whatever he was going to do, he's also a liar and a coward.
I don't want to say that Big Rob planned to start this potential beef for views, because then I'd be assuming Rob has the capability to actually think ahead, and I don't think he does. But at the same time, he does have the propensity to start shit with anyone he comes in contact with. And Lindsay was no different. Sometimes a simple internet beef turns into a war. And one lesson in war, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
So Lindsay Hunter calls me up, and his dad used to play for the Pistons. Anyway, he knows Big Rob. And it turns out that Big Rob is the biggest fucking hypocrite I ever met in my life. So first, Big Rob, he doesn't have any money. And his wife works and pays all the bills for the house. Explains why he's fucking around all day on fucking YouTube and Instagram. The best part about all of this was why he's a hypocrite. It turns out the motherfucker is high on weed 24/7. He's a fucking pothead.
So bear in mind that these are all allegations. I don't want to get sued by Rob's sister. Honestly, Rob's reaction makes me inclined to believe Lindsay a little bit on this one. It's reefer madness over there on Team Humanity.
I do not smoke weed. I do not smoke weed. That's the honest to God truth. That is the honest to God truth. I do not smoke weed.
This is where I was originally going to end the video, but in light of very recent events, I have one more small arc to cover. Remember when I said Rob has issues with sarcasm? Well, it comes full circle here because Rob threatened to sue Lindsay, And Jay Masters made a couple live stream posts telling Big Rob to relax because he's considered a public figure.
Big Rob Fitness, my brother. I just watched your video telling Lindsey Hunter Jr. to chill out or he's going to be sued for slander. I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you have become quite the public figure. Your YouTube channel is growing like the fucking lottery. And you have so many fans out there, and Team Humanity has gone worldwide. Once you become a public figure, you can't sue people for slander anymore. I know your sister's an attorney. You've said it several times. You can ask her. You're an online celebrity, Big Rob Fitness. Yeah, you're fair game.
Obvious sarcasm to anyone, but Big Rob looked at this as nothing less than a complete endorsement and started re-uploading these clips. And then something happened. Something I've only ever seen reserved for the most drastic of situations. Jay Masters called for a mass unsubbing.
Piss soldiers stand down against Big Rob. We need to unfollow Big Rob on Instagram and unsubscribe Big Rob on YouTube, and just leave the people that do the edits to bring us the mints. It's the only way to get rid of this fool.
Hundreds of people have been Order 66 before, but the mass unsubbing is a different story. That's meant for Jason and Jason only. Well, until now that is. Rob's an escalator. Not that kind of escalator. I mean, he never de-escalates a situation. He prefers to take it to the next level. He declared all-out war on the Misfits.
The Delray Misfits have no humanity. Tell them to go all fuck theirself. You can tell them Big Rob said so. And any problems, I'll be at the Arnold Classic. So, the Delray Misfits, I'll fucking buy and sell every one of those motherfuckers. You guys could tell them that. So, the Delray Misfits, I don't give a fuck about them. I really don't. So, they could all go fuck themselves. If they want to throw some fists, I have no problem with that. None of them face to face would say shit to me. Jay's a motherfucking racist, and I'll tell that to his face. So he needs to keep his fucking mouth shut, or else. Jay, let Jay know that, man. Jay Masters, keep your motherfucking mouth shut.
I'm in no way the morality police. I can be an asshole just like anyone else. But I prefer to keep this internet shit on the internet, and if Rob thought he got it bad before, if he fucks with Jay or Brad's job, he's gonna be wishing he was getting boxes in the mail. He's about 3 minutes away from getting swatted. This is not the war you want to wage when your own personal address and information is out there. Either way, there's only 2 guarantees in all this. 1, Big Rob's a sinking ship, and he's gonna drag anyone down with him, right to the bottom of the piss-filled ocean, and I'll be there watching from the shores. See you guys next upload.
Shiver me timbers. Vast ye scatterings. Hang him from the yard.